Okay, so today we are going to be working on lesson 4, dictionaries, nested lists, and user input. Now, we've been doing this for the past 2 weeks now. We've been looking at data structures, and a data structure is something like a list or something like a dictionary. So let's type in a dictionary. Like so, let's make a dictionary. The first thing we do is create a variable. Let's type in, hmm, let's type in pizza. Now, inside of pizza, we are going to store information related to the pizza. So we're going to say name of the pizza is going to be pepperoni pizza. And then we're going to say price. Let's make it $12.99. This is in English pounds or British pounds. And let's say toppings. Now, there's more than one topping, right? So we can store it inside of a list. We can say pepperoni is number one. Cheese. I put, when I get pepperoni pizza, I put jalapenos in it. What else could go on a pepperoni pizza? Hmm. Should we include the tomato base? Tomato base. And maybe some parmesan. There we go. So think about this now. We have a list inside of a dictionary. And to access anything inside of a dictionary, we use the keys, which is the first thing on the left-hand side of the colon. So let's print off pepperoni pizza. So of course, for that, we would type in name. And you can see it says pepperoni pizza. Let's print out the price. You can see it says $12.99. And let's print out the toppings. Well, let's start with toppings first. You can see it presents us with a list, but you know that we can use array indexing. So I can also add this, and this will be just pepperoni. So you can see how we can access the thing inside of a dictionary and then the thing inside of the thing that's inside the dictionary, which is the list. So first we access the dictionary, then we access the key, then we access the list item. Good. Now you can make some F strings out of this. How do we make an F string? Well, we start with F, and we can say something like, let's say something like pepperoni is delicious. So we can say toppings, or rather pizza, toppings. There we go. And we're going to say that this is delicious. Press enter. There's an unmatched. What is this? There's an unmatched. We have one here. That's good. That is correct. That is correct. This should work. Why isn't this working? On line 7, toppings. It's right here. This should be fine. I'm wondering why this is not working. Let's try this. Unmatched. Is it unmatched? Aha, I know the problem. Okay. So can you see we're using more than one apostrophe? Well, if we use more than, well, we must have the ones at the end, right? So there's one at the beginning, one at the end. But if there's anything in the middle, we must use a escape character, like so. And now you can see that this is going to prevent, actually, we'll do it an easier way. We'll just add speech marks here. And that way it will get over this little hump. Okay. Like so. Okay. Now it will say pepperoni, if I type in the correct array, pepperoni is delicious. So that's how we do that. The next step is to change existing values. So how do we change things? Well, we can say now, for example, let's change the price. Maybe the price has gone up. Okay, so we will change that. Let's actually put print pizza price. And if we did this, it would be $12.99. However, we want to change the price. So we're going to say pizza price is now going to be equal to $13.99. Actually, let's make it a bit more expensive, $14.49. Now you can see that it's been updated. Great. So that should be fairly easy. I don't think that'll be too difficult for you to do. Okay. So we're going to go to part 3 now, which is adding new key pair values or key value pairs. So besides the name, besides the price, besides the toppings, what else might we want to do? Well, we might want to add a name for the restaurant. Let's add the restaurant column. And you can see restaurant is not here already. We're adding something new. And the restaurant is going to be equal to, let's do Pizza Lane, which is a, this is a pizza shop near my house in England. I think it's called Pizza Lane, but anyway, yes, Pizza Lane. Good. So this is how we add new pairs, and we can test that by just printing out pizza. Like, so you can see that it's going to have it here. Where is the restaurant? Pizza restaurant, is it here? Toppings, there we go, restaurant pizza name. And we can even just print out the keys like so, and that way it's much tidier, right? You can see it just prints out the keys. Okay, good. And let's actually put that into a list. There we go. Just so it's tidier. There we go. Okay, so you can see, yes, it has name, price, toppings, and restaurant. If we get rid of this, it'll only have name, price, and toppings. Good. Now, the next thing we're going to do is use a conditional, which is what we learned about today. So we're going to ask the user a question, right? So we're going to say something like this. Allergies is equal to input. Do you have any allergies? And if they have an allergy to, let's say, pepperoni or cheese or jalapenos or tomato base or parmesan, we're going to tell them. So we can say if allergies in pizza toppings, then print order something else. This pizza has, we're going to use an F string, allergies. Good. And here, let's escape that. Here we're going to make this an F string so that this is turned into a variable. Now let's test our code. Do we have any allergies? Pepperoni. Order something else. This pizza has pepperoni. Great, it works. Let's test it again. Let's do mushrooms. Doesn't do anything. You can see we have no allergies, right? So we also want to add a else conditional to say print, you can eat this pizza. Let's try that again. Corn. I can eat this pizza because it has no corn inside the toppings. But if I'm allergic to cheese, well, it'll be very sad existence for me. I'll be very sad, but you can see it says that, yeah, order something else. This pizza has cheese. Good. Now we're going to check values inside of a list, and it's very similar to what we did before, right? It's actually super similar to this, actually, right? Almost the same. So it shouldn't be too difficult. So, yes, let's have a look. Let's say, for example, that the man is ordering extra jalapenos. Well, he wants to order extra jalapenos. So we're going to say something like this. Extra toppings. Do you want anything extra? And we're going to say if extra toppings is inside of pizza toppings, you can say this pizza already has extra toppings. You have to change it. Else, no problem, sir. I will add that for you. So let's add jalapenos. This pizza already has jalapenos. Let's add corn. No problem, sir. I'll add that for you. So you can see based on what's inside of the pizza dictionary and then inside of the toppings values, we can print something different. So part 6, checking values inside of a dictionary. And we did this before, right? But we'll do it again just so you understand. Let's use the example that's in the worksheet because we did it again, so I don't want you to have to do this too many times. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Okay, good. There we go. And this should be off center. This should be like so. Perfect. Okay, good. So we're going to say city, and we're going to do, we did something like this in our lesson, right? Type a city. Okay. And we can say if city in capitals, city, or just city, because city is a variable, then we can say the print f string, the capital of capitals, city, capitals, well, the capital of, it should be country, right? Type of country, rather. There we go. So if country is in capitals dot p, keys, right? Then we can say the capital of, what are we going to look for? So we need to look for this thing here. So the capital of country is capitals country. There we go. Let's see if that works. Okay. So we'll type in Japan. Amazing, it works. And you might be wondering, why does it say .strip.lower? Well, we'll show you. Strip.lower. Because now, if I do this and add spaces, it still works. However, if I take this away and I type this in and I type it in like this, you can see it does not work, right? So adding .strip.lower allows our program to be a bit more dynamic. We could say space like this, Japan space like this, and now it works. Very good. You can add the else statement here too, if you want to. Good. Now, part 7, we're going to print a unique message based on the user input. Okay. So let's say this. We'll do it for weather, and in the worksheet it's mood, but you'll do it for weather. Input. What is the weather? Right. You can give the options. So you can say sunny, rainy, cloudy, or windy. And based on these 4 options, you will print out something different. So we can say if weather is equal to sunny, then if weather is equal to sunny, you can say print what would you wear? Wear sunglasses. And then for everything else, we'll do elif. Elif, elif. In this situation, you don't need an else because else would be the catch-all. And I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so let's just say we have else. Print, I don't understand. So our program right now only understands sunny. So if I say sunny, wear sunglasses. But if I do anything else, blah, 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 I don't understand. So this is like a great way to give the user some information saying, oh, I don't understand because I don't know what blah, blah, blah means in terms of weather. That should be pretty easy. Yeah, it should be fairly, fairly easy. Actually, let's do that together because we didn't get a lot of practice. We'll do elif, weather equals, what do we do? Rainy, then print, spring, and umbrella. And we'll do elif, weather equals cloudy. What will we do? Well, what do you do when the weather's cloudy? I'm trying to think now. What do you do? I mean, it would be a little bit chilly, right? So maybe be careful of rain because it might rain if it's cloudy. Okay. And then we can do elif. We could do else. And then else would be if they don't type in sunny, rainy, or cloudy, else would be everything else. So it'd probably catch windy. But let's not do that. We'll do elif instead. Weather equals windy. We'll do print, uh, bring a jacket. And then else will be everything else. Else, can you see else doesn't have a condition, right? So it's just going to do this. It's only going to do the else code when it doesn't have windy, cloudy, rainy, or sunny as an input inside of the variable. So print try again. I do not understand. Okay, good. Sorry. Wear sunglasses. If I make a mistake like ni with 3 ends, it says try again. I do not understand. Good. Next thing is part A, the mini app. Okay, so using everything you've learned so far, you should be able to do the mini app. And if you can't, that's okay too. I don't expect you to be able to do everything well the first time. But what I do want you to do, I don't want you to give up early. I want you to sit down, look at part A, set a timer for 30 minutes, and just try your best for 30 minutes. And if you get nowhere after 30 minutes, that's fine. That's not an issue. But I want to see that you've at least tried, right? So I want to see what code you did and why it was wrong. And maybe you can show me the code from the beginning to the end. That'll be a great thing for me to see, right? But part A is going to be something you can do on your own. And based on what I've taught you already in this video, and it's quite long already, right? This video is almost, wow, 17 minutes. You should be able to do part 9. Or rather, was it part 8? Yes, part 8. Okay, so goodbye, and I'll see you guys very, very soon.